In a small village surrounded by dense forests, there was a boy named Omar and his younger sister Laila. One day, they went out to play near the forest, running between the trees, picking wildflowers and laughing happily. But as time passed, the sun began to set, and they realized they had wandered too far from their village. Omar stood anxiously, looking around, then held Layla's hand as she began to cry. "Don't be afraid. We will find our way back," he said, trying to reassure her. But the forest looked different in the dark, and the sounds of nocturnal animals made their hearts pound with fear. They walked for a long time, hoping to find any sign that would lead them home, but instead, they wandered deeper into the forest. After hours of searching, they found a large tree beside a small river and decided to sit under it to rest. Layla was exhausted and nearly asleep, while Omar was thinking of a way to survive. Suddenly, he noticed a small light between the trees. He cautiously stood up and walked towards it, only to find a small wooden hut glowing with a warm light. He hesitated for a moment, then knocked on the door nervously. An old woman with a kind face opened the door. She looked at them with compassion and asked about their story. When she learned that they were lost, she smiled and said, "Don't worry, I will help you." She offered them warm food and a soft bed to sleep in. In the morning, she led them to a shortcut out of the forest, until they safely reached their village. The children ran toward their parents, who had been searching for them anxiously. They hugged their mother tightly, feeling overwhelming happiness that they had returned home safely. From that day on, Omar and Laila learned an important lesson. They should never wander far from home without knowing the way back. But they would never forget the kindness of the old woman, who saved them from getting lost. After Omar and Laila returned to their village, they sat with their parents and told them everything that had happened in the forest, their fear, the big tree, and the kind old woman who had saved them.